we know Jim, Bob, and Danette are both here.
Yes!
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jake Pointers, my wife April. We are so excited to be here with you today to take just a minute and thank God for how much He has blessed us through Young Living and be able to just share a few things with you that will hopefully inspire you, encourage you, and assist you in your journey.
So we're going to start off just a little bit about sharing stuff about our story so you can get to know us in just a few minutes. We've been married for 14 years and we have 2 boys that we homeschool. They've been homeschooled their whole life. And the beauty of that is Young Living has given us this amazing opportunity to travel all over the world. And we call it a mobile classroom because we get to go to these awesome places and learn about them, and we always make some kind of a lesson out of it with our schooling, and it's been really cool. 7 years ago, my friend Mary Moore and the amazing Danette Goodyear introduced me to Young Living. Our family was looking for some all-natural immune support, and we found that Young Living products were the best for that. So we fell in love immediately. We used the products for about 2 years, and I casually enrolled a friend, Michelle Skochek, who wanted to explore the business side, which I was not interested in at all. I was very hesitant. I was incredibly skeptical, but we teamed up together and we started hosting oil classes together. That's probably my first tip for you guys, is to team up with somebody and roll with it together, because 2 are always better than 1. So my paycheck started off by paying for my oily habit. And as we grew in the ranks, we put everything else towards debt. And then this fateful day came, literally exactly 3 years ago this week, or maybe last week, that my husband was laid off from an amazing job that he left for an organization that we deeply are very involved in. And it also happened to be the same month that we had just paid off our last debt. And the church that we go to or went to then was very basic biblical principles about getting out of debt. So we had been on that journey for a long time, and that was the exact same month. So we were really just kind of surprised and in awe at how God did that, the same month that we paid it off is the month that he got laid off. So we had just paid off my car. It had been about a year with our extra income from Young Living. I was ranked as a gold, and so at the time, my Young Living income is what supported our family. Jay took about 3 months to figure out whether he wanted to go back into the corporate world or stay at home, and he decided to come home and work alongside me, and God totally took care of us.
And that's an awesome story that I would love to tell you, but unfortunately right now we don't have time.
So our why has changed over the years, as I'm sure it has for all of you. Mine just started off as just getting our oils paid for, but it really has landed at Royal Crown Diamond. It's landed at this, and that is to leave a legacy.
Yes.
And this is something I think about daily, and I will cry if I think about it too much up here. But especially in my kids, we really want to make a huge difference in the world by leaving a legacy in our children, as well as in the world. A legacy of goodness, of leadership, of excellence, and of purpose. And John Maxwell says that a leader's lasting value is measured by his succession. So my prayer is that somebody in this room right now will grasp this, run with it, and then go and leave a legacy in your own life.
Okay, enough about us. It's not about us, it's about you guys. So you get the gist of who we are and what we're doing and how we got here to some degree. But what we want to do now is give you hopefully both a roadmap and give you a mindset to help you build your business. Some things that you can use that will be like a seed planted, that when you leave here, it's not just a motivation, rah, off you go, because too often that drops off and you're no better off than you were before, but hopefully something that can stick with you, that will take a little effort, will take some time and some commitment, but you can do it, and it's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. So, 3 steps to success. Step 1.
Our 3 steps we want to talk to you guys about are 3 A's: attitude, action, and affirmation. And the first step is attitude. In my house, hardly a day goes by without the word attitude coming up. It's constantly in our conversation. It's either a compliment or it is a complaint, one of the two. And, attitude is something we can sense, we can see it. It's really more honest than our own words. When it's positive, it's always going to be conducive to growth. So it can be our best friend, it can be our worst enemy, but your attitude is a part of your mindset, and our mindset is extremely important as that's going to affect your attitude. And this whole network marketing thing is really, truly about 80% mindset and about 20% skill. Isn't that like mind-boggling? I mean, like anybody can do this. You don't have to have like some special college degree or some, I don't know, special training. I mean, we need people skills, obviously, but that can come in time. So as you look at all of the diamonds in Young Living, you're going to see a lot of different personalities. There's a lot of different backgrounds. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different leadership styles. But the diamonds, I would have to say, are very highly successful because of their attitude, their commitment, and their dedication to their work. So the strong go-getter personalities that we always see, these great speakers, and they're so extroverted and they're always talking to people. Those aren't the only successful people in this. I'm highly introverted, and my attitude, I would have to say, is what got us here. So it's really a state of mind that is well worth developing. A bad attitude takes far less encouragement than a positive one, so it does take some practice. Negativity can creep in. It happens to everybody. I mean, you can't get away from it. We can get distracted by it. We can make excuses. But there comes a point where your reasons become bigger than, your reasons and your why become bigger than your excuses.
Yes.
So we all have our ups and downs, but it's okay when those days come. It's okay to quit for the day. It's not okay to quit for the month, right? Quit for the day. I've totally had those days where I'm like, that's it, I'm done. I can't even open my computer till tomorrow. I mean, it might be next week sometimes. That's been rare, but quitting for the day is okay. Quitting for the week or the month is not okay. So working through them with a good attitude is where I'm getting at. If your attitude is strongly positive enough, it's going to become contagious. And you guys fans of Zig Ziglar in here?
Yes.
So he says that when you help people get what they want, you will in turn get what you want. And this is paramount in network marketing. So in our attitude, we need to be willing to learn, we need to be coachable, and willing to invest in ourselves. So you guys just being here at convention, you're going to get plenty of that here. You already have. I'm going on day 3 or 4 now, depending on how long you've been here. This is partly why Gary brings his speakers for the main stage that he has, that Gary very much believes in personal development and adjusting our attitudes through that. So people like John Maxwell, Connie Podesta, John Acuff, and Darren Hardy, these are all people that Young Living has partnered with because they believe so much in you and your own personal development. The Youngs are investing in you by just you being here. For the $150 to $200 that you paid, think about all you're getting out of that. A lot of long-term success from that.
And I feel like I've got my hands tied behind my back because I talk with my hands and I have things in both of them. So, no. So I have this one now. Double mind. It's incredible. Okay, so a positive frame of mind can help you do a number of things. And one is expect success and not failure, because the reality is if you expect failure, that's exactly what you're going to get. If you don't expect success, you won't get it. The frame of mind that you're coming from is hugely powerful. It also helps you feel inspired. And I will say this, inspiration grows into the motivation that results in your elevation.
Yes.
They are all connected. It gives you strength to not give up when you counter obstacles. See that when? It's not if, it's when. You will. There are obstacles. In anything that's significant in your life, there will be obstacles, but it is worth it if you just keep working. Makes you look at failure and problems as blessings in disguise. You'll learn. We never fail. You just learn. You either succeed or you learn. And then believe in yourself and your abilities. You all have incredible ability in you. Most of you may not even know how much ability and talent you actually have. And it helps you to show self-esteem and confidence. Confidence is contagious. If you have it, your team will have it. If you don't, they won't. Look for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Anybody can point out the problem, but it takes a leader to see a solution in that and then recognize opportunities. Too many times you hear people, man, I could have done this, I could have been a part of that, but I missed the opportunity. Don't ever miss this incredible opportunity that is sitting in front of you.
So let's just say you've had a bad month in your business. You can either get really upset about it and down on yourself and think, oh, this is never gonna work, I'm doing all the wrong things, I don't know the right people, I don't know enough people, they don't know enough people. Or you can say, okay, what is the solution to this? We know people still need oils. We know that they still need an income to help their families. They need products to support their health. These are the people that I want to help. I know they're out there. Even though I might be having a crummy month, I know people are still out there. So think about those things and what's the positive side of something not so positive happening? What can you grab and move forward with and make a change with instead of complaining and dwelling on the problem? Get creative, turn it around somehow. How can, I don't know, these are like light bulb moments for me. I can get really down about something and maybe talk to Jay a little about it, or a friend, or a cross-line friend is probably one of my best ways to work through a solution like that, especially if it's something going on in my own team. I don't ever complain down to my organization. It's always up to Danette, or it is cross-line. And I wouldn't even say complain. I would just say, well, sometimes it's complaining, but it always turns into a solution session, I should say. Okay, so commit to never quit attitude. We all need this. Like I said, there is a common thread among the diamonds, and that is an attitude they have all adopted, to never quit, no matter what it takes. No matter what obstacles we encounter along the way. And guys, this is such a major key to success, because network marketing gets such a bad rap. Because, oh, that's a pyramid scheme, those don't work. Oh, she wasn't good at that, she failed at that. Well, people don't fail at network marketing, they quit, right? Anyone agree with that?
Yes.
So if you expect to reach the top of our comp plan, you really need to be committed to the business and treat it like the $1 million empire that it has the potential to be. So if we focus on learning, we can make it our goal to do everything we can to succeed, and then we're gonna get there. And it's like we always hear, treat your business like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. Treat your business like a business, you get paid like a business. A lot of people do this part-time, they'll get paid part-time. Even when we do it full-time, we get paid full-time. And even in the beginning, those hours, those first going up that hill, there's a lot to put into this and very little return. But as you are committed to not quit and you keep going, it eventually catches up, and then it actually flip-flops. There's a lot of return for a lot less effort. Where am I? Okay, so there's like this common misconception that we're in this little like home-based business and we're gonna make an extra $100 a month or $500 a month. And granted, that can make a huge difference for a lot of families. But the key, you guys, is to expand beyond that, beyond $500 a month. What would you do with an extra $1,000 a month? How big of an impact would that make on your family? What if it was an extra $5,000 a month? Or what if it was over $10,000 a month extra that you had? I encourage you to write those dreams down. What would you do with that money? Who could you impact? What communities could you help? John Maxwell says that everything in life that is worthwhile is uphill. There's nothing special, precious, or worthwhile that we don't have, that we don't intentionally daily have to work at. So whether that is your marriage, your friendships, your careers, they all stay great because we work at them. Same with Young Living, they stay great because we work at them. The only way to go uphill is to be intentional and willful, and not just once, but every day, every single day, because we don't accidentally go uphill. We don't even coast uphill. Work is required, okay? I have yet to meet anybody in any network marketing business, any company, who was wildly successful and be like, well, that was easy? Like, it doesn't happen. Don't tell people this is easy. It's not easy. It doesn't fall in your lap. Behind every success story is a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, a lot of effort, patience with time, and a lot of patience with people. But if you're consistent with it, and you're committed to not quit, then you can only go up. Your earning power is directly related to your commitment. Let me say that again. Your earning power is directly related to your commitment. So take your talents, passion, and good character, and you can make a great, huge difference in people's lives, and you can create incredible wealth with it.
It's all true. It's good stuff. I said that, you know what? The most unmanly thing I think I've ever done, I'm going to hand you the remote. I have to have a free hand. Can't talk. Step number 2 is action. So it doesn't matter how much head knowledge you have, how much book knowledge you have, how much common sense you have, if you don't ever do anything with it. It requires action. So how many times, especially in our industry, not necessarily Young Living, but the industry as a whole, have you seen someone just come out of nowhere, just skyrocket? You're like, wow, that's amazing. How did they do that? They weren't here yesterday and today they're at the top. Well, it seems like it happens a lot, especially the last couple of years. But the reality is that never happens. Because what we see is the outward expression of the work that they have done behind the scenes. We don't see the hours and hours that they have spent in improving themselves, learning the comp plan, learning the products, learning how to communicate with people. We don't see any of that. We just see the results of that. It requires a tremendous amount of work. It is work, but it's totally worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think about that. I'm digressing. I knew it was going to happen. It took me 4 pages. Especially those of us that have been in the corporate world and know that stress and that grind. Is this not a better way to live?
Yes.
I mean, come on, seriously. Is it not?
It is.
So passive income from Young Living becomes a reality when we take action. How often, and April alluded to this, how often do we pray for something and expect God to just drop it in our laps? You realize that the majority of people who win large sums in the lottery go bankrupt. They didn't work for it. They didn't prepare for it. They weren't grown enough inside of them to be able to handle that, and it destroys them. Or if we ever ask God for something and yet we weren't willing to accept his answer, which was, well, go do this. Go do that. No, I want this, I want to do this, we'll go. No, I don't really want to. And so it doesn't happen. We need to move our feet and work towards making our goals happen. Intentional living doesn't allow us to procrastinate. We each have dreams, aspirations, and hopes, and as April said, they are all uphill. And they require action. John Maxwell does say that, and he says it very well, that people have uphill hopes, but downhill habits. Most of us know some of those people. Some of us were those people. And nobody ever went uphill with downhill habits. Intentional living is all about taking good intentions and turning them into good actions. Hope is a powerful word. And you see a lot of the things we do with the foundation, that's giving hope to the hopeless. But hope, although powerful and necessary, it is not a strategy for success. We have to be intentional and make the efforts that put us closer to our goal. Plus, it's so much better to have intentionally built things. Build your business intentionally now, rather than spending hours and hours and hours of your time fixing, redoing, restarting, restructuring over and over again to where you should have been when you started. The greatest way to improve your life today is to do something today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. So with that, here are a few things, the suggestions to help you get up and get active. The first one, it's a little complex, so make sure you write it down or take pictures, because I don't want you to forget it. You got to make sure you get these in order. There are 3 things. And here they are. 1, talk to people. We're a people business. You have to talk. Number 2, talk to people. Can anybody guess what number 3 is? Talk to people. Now, I will say April's very introverted. I'm very green. I would just as soon be back
I'm having a hard time with that.
than speaking to anyone. But this is our business.
Elena Bookhouse laughing
when you
at me.
have something as powerful as what we have to offer, get up and go share. Speak to
Amen.
people. Now, one of the biggest mistakes we make in talk is we talk to the same people. We're going to talk to the same 10 people over and over and over and over again. We're going to wear them out. And you don't grow when you do that. I can have a conversation with my mom and dad every single day, which I should do if I'm a good son, which I don't. But I should, because they're awesome people and I love them. But I've grown as much as I can, I think, from some of those relationships. We need to get out of that and speak to other people. Get practice talking to people. I forget who it was. I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago and they said, I went to the mall and just talked to everybody at each little kiosk in the center of the mall, where they're selling you everything they can possibly have. Just talk and listen to them. There's some good salespeople out there. You can learn some things, how to communicate, how to be comfortable in yourself, just by talking to them. But the reality is, when you're talking to someone, listen more than you speak. Listen a lot more than you speak. Because as you're talking to someone and you're listening to them, you're going to hear something that they say that is an open door to offer up a product that we have that's going to help them in whatever they have. And if you're talking to someone you know, there's maybe someone you have a relationship with, and they're not interested, that's okay. Because what you're doing, you're showing them you care, you're showing them that they're important, and you're building a relationship. One of the things we hear often is the most significant thing that comes out of this business is the relationships that we've built. We have incredible friends all over the world because of what has happened in Young Living. But you can meet people anywhere and everywhere you go. Go to Starbucks, go to the mall, go to the grocery store, go to the car wash. Wherever you go, there are people. And there are people who need what you have to offer. Now, especially if you're like me, or frankly like April, it's going to be uncomfortable at times. Talking to people that you don't know, getting out of your comfort zone is going to be uncomfortable. But when you get out of your comfort zone, you move into the courageous zone. And in that place, anything can happen. So think about this for just a minute. If you gave 20 seconds of insane courage to open your mouth and speak to someone, even if it's just to say hello, and that's to the hostess at the restaurant who's working 3 jobs because she has 3 children, she's a single mom, it's all on her. Or you meet someone, whether it's someone who come and do some work at your house who's got a spouse who's very ill and doesn't know if they're going to get better. And the pain and the weight of all of that is on them, of how am I even going to get by? Speak to them. Say something. You never know how much your voice is going to impact someone. 20 seconds of courage to change everything. You have the power to change their lives. You do. That's a tremendous opportunity, it's a tremendous responsibility, and it's a tremendous privilege. But you have to talk to people. We have a tremendous gift. You do. You have a tremendous gift to offer them. You can give them the opportunity to have hope. For anyone who will take this, who will seize the opportunity. And that's a powerful thing. So, very simply put, if you want to increase your paycheck, it's simple math. Go talk to people. Yeah, a lot of people are going to tell you no, and that's okay. It really is. It's okay. It's not personal. They don't hate you. They're not against you. It's just not the right time for them. It wasn't the right time for us for 2 years. There are people who have been on this stage in the last 2 days. It wasn't the right time for them for multiple years. When it's time, the door will open.
Shut up, Dad.
Some of those people are in this room.
Stop looking at me. Everybody's looking at me.
We'll say yes. And those that say yes, you bring them in and open the doors to them.
Honestly, people that tell you no, it doesn't mean no. It could mean just not right now, or no for now. But every no that you get is going to build your skills for the next time you speak to someone. Okay, next is action step number 2. These are income producing activities. This slide shows some income producing activities. These things listed here take about 6 to 10 hours a week. So these are some part-time hours. Pretty much anyone can do this. These are, taking daily action will allow you to get everything done. Not doing it all in one day. We need to give our business the chance to expand and grow, and it does not have to happen overnight. It does take time. I know we see a lot of people rank up quickly,
for 6 years.
but comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing your weaknesses to their strengths will never, does not serve you in any way. Nobody wins from that. So we need to give our business a chance to expand and grow. If you really want to hit it hard, and some people have time for that, say you're wanting to really run with this business, I personally recommend hosting 1 to 2 classes per week. If you are wanting to walk with this and go very, a lot slower than that, if you say you don't have time to run with it, then 1 to 2 classes a month minimum. Having a daily routine is what keeps us focused on income-producing activities, and that is going to be the key to our success. These activities have a direct impact on your check, because we only have 24 hours in a day, and those that use their work hours wisely are going to see the most success. The real key is what you do with your time. And I have a question to ask you guys that I've asked with my team a few times. It's kind of stepping on some toes, but if you are honest with yourself, what would you pay someone to do? What would you pay someone for the hours that you worked this week on your business? That's a tough question, and sometimes it's really hard to swallow. So remembering patience is vital. You can expect that it's going to take about a year of consistent action before the awesome power of geometric growth kicks in.
Here is huge. Convention is one of the most amazing events you can participate in. Tremendous growth.